Hi crypto kings and queens, welcome to my channel. My name is Natalie. We are going through Bitcoin and Ethereum on today's episode, and we saw the market going up yesterday and everyone thought the market was supposed to go up even more, but what happened? You can see right now on the daily chart, I'm taking the resistance right here. We're going down to the 4-hour chart, and what happened? The market came up, didn't have the power to break it, continuation to the downside. Right now we are heading back down to the trend line that I am having. I'm taking it from the daily chart, but looking at the 4-hour, we can see more clear what's going on. But we have to break this support at 63,000 before we can see the market either break to the downside, comes back down, or if the market actually is going to respect this level one more time and continuation to the upside. So right now it's just a waiting game to see what Bitcoin and Ethereum actually going to do. Remember, I am no financial advisor. You need to look up everything yourself first. But please guys, continue watching this video and I'll show you exactly where I think the market will go, why the market could do that. So, let's go. So we're starting up with Bitcoin on the 1-hour chart one more time, and we are still below the previous all-time high that I was talking about these couple of days. We're going down to the lower time frames. So this is what happens. So I take a box right here where we have around 66,079, and we're going down to the lower time frames, and this is actually where we exactly came and retested during the day. I also have a trend line right now on Bitcoin from the lowest point right here from 8th of October, and I'm taking it past this week that we're having on 27th of October. And right now I want to see how the market is behaving around that level. We can just adjust this one a little bit more, and we can see the market is on its way down to this level. If we're seeing the market coming back down and retested continuation to the upside, three possible things that can happen. Either we're breaking it and then we comes inside of it again, retest continuation, or we're actually breaking retest continuation to the downside. So we have to look at what's happening against this level if we're coming back down to it, of course. Another level we have to break before is obviously this support at 63,100, and we can see that we just came back down to that level and retested it. You can just move it up a little bit because this was also a fake out retest continuation. You can also drag this down a little bit because there was also the market tried to break it, came back down, retest continuation to the downside. So right now I'm looking what's happening in between 63,500 and 65,900, because right now you can see the market has actually just going sideways in between these levels. So eventually the market has to decide what direction Bitcoin will go to. So target can come back down to the trend line, continuation to the upside as I told you, or we are breaking it, comes inside again, retest continuation to the upside, or we break it, retest continuation to the downside. And if we're breaking to the downside, obviously we can come back down to this previous support right here at 60,200. Looking at Bitcoin, we can also take another trend line right here. So this could be the counter trend line because the market is still in a uptrend, but we're making a pullback. If we're coming up to this level too, we can see rejection, market goes back down. Well, let's just use these levels. It's really important. So we're bouncing in between 65,900. We are coming back down as a support at 63,500. So between these support and resistance zones, the market is going sideways. We can come back down and retest the trend line. We also have a counter trend line right here that we also have to break. So for example, if the market right now decides to break to the upside, the market has to break this level and retest it for the market then to continue to the upside, because this is the last lower high that we actually do have. But we are down at the support, and we did have a fake out one time from this level. So this could also be an area where the market tries to fake us out and then the market tries to go up. So we are right now just waiting for the market to decide what to do. So I'm not going to do anything yet before I actually see the market either respecting this level. I don't just want to have one huge 4-hour candle against it. I need so much more than that. You just looking at this, you're having a huge wick, but the next candle can come back down. So I really want to have my confirmations, and I've already talked about them. So whatever the market is doing against this level, we could come back down to the trend line one more time, obviously. But I always look at the higher time frames to have a more perspective on what's actually going on right now. And looking at Ethereum, we did break this trend line. So I had the trend line like this yesterday, but we did have the market coming inside again. And we are right now respecting it. If we're going down to the lower time frames, we can go back up to the 4-hour chart. I'm sorry. So depending on how this 4-hour candle is closing, so we just might have a candle closing below it, and then the market, the next candle that we're having is doing the same thing again. So we just might close inside of this bullish channel that we're having, and then you see the retest, market continues to the upside. So the market is right now at the perfect level to see what's actually going to happen, but we just have to have the patience to wait to see what's actually going on. You also have a counter trend line right here. So when the market is breaking this level, retest the trend line, can continue back up again. We're also having a support right here. I'm using this instead of this support because this was the fake out, and you can see how we are respecting it. Going back in time, this is also a previous resistance. We had also the fake out, market retest, continue back down. So I'm not gonna take my support right here. I'm gonna use this one in case we're seeing the same thing. We're seeing the fake out, market continues back in again. On both Bitcoin and Ethereum, I'm just waiting to see what's actually gonna happen against these levels. So right now the market could break to the downside, continues back down and starts to have a big pullback, or we're actually going to respect these levels and then start to break to the upside. So the market is really calm right now. Market doesn't do anything special more than just going sideways in between these levels too, just like we saw on Bitcoin. We're just going sideways, and we have to decide to what direction the market will eventually go to. Just looking at the 12-hour chart, yeah, it's the same thing as you can see. So the market has just been bouncing off between these levels. So it's a consolidation market that we're having. So we just have to wait and see when the market is actually going to break, as I told you, one of these levels. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please comment below if you enjoyed it. Please give this video a thumbs up. This was a quick update on Bitcoin and Ethereum. So we'll see what's happening tomorrow. We have a lot of days left on this week, so we don't have to stress anything. Remember guys, you do not always have to trade. Sometimes we actually have to wait and have our confirmations before we go into a trade. Have a good day, have a good night wherever you are in the world. From Sweden, it's nighttime. I'm saying bye bye.